follow-up to this question. It says, if an abortion is bad because you're playing the role of God, is reviving someone who has died equal?
Okay, good question. No, because the basis of not aborting is the value of a human life. And the basis of reviving someone who has passed is valuing and affirming their life. So as followers of Christ, Jesus calls us to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to visit those who are sick and in prison. And when you study the growth of hospitals in this world, the whole movement to build hospitals was driven by followers of Christ. Catholic, Presbyterian, Baptist, Methodist. And when you look far back in history, it was followers of Christ who, when plagues would sweep through the Roman Empire, everybody would vacate the city and go out in the suburbs, go out in the country to escape the plague, except for Christians. Followers of Christ stayed in the city and ministered and served people dying of the plague. Why? Because when you read the Gospels, when you read about Jesus, there's no way you can escape the fact that he commands us to care for each other, to be people of compassion, to be willing to sacrifice even our lives to help others. Now, if I get to a stage in my life where I'm feeling badly, if I decide I do not want to be resuscitated, and if I have one of those wristbands put on me, do not resuscitate, I don't feel that that's wrong at all. Now, I have a right to allow nature to take its course, to trust my life into the hands of God, and say, you know something, I don't want any radical means of being hooked up to a machine and just kept breathing. And to be honest with you, that's exactly what my mother decided. My mother was a firm follower of Christ, deeply committed. She had Parkinson's, congestive heart failure. Her mind and her body were falling apart. And so she told us very clearly, I do not want any radical medical means to keep me alive. Instead, when I pass, so be it. That is radically different from euthanasia, which is the injection of a poison in a person's body to speed their death. I would plead with you, don't go that path. I do get to do question and answer with our congregation times instead of preaching a sermon. And the last time I did, I couldn't believe it. One woman spoke and then she started weeping. She said, my dad was dying out in California, and I went out there, and my dad wanted me to help him end his life. And so I injected the poison into his body. And I'm feeling so horrible, so guilty as I watched him die. And what I had to do was bend over backwards to communicate the grace of God, the forgiveness of Christ to all of us, and to say, ma'am, I respect you highly, that you realize that that was not something you would ever want to do again.